Welcome dear students to this segment of class 10th chemistry of chapter titled Acid, Base and Salt. Now in this segment we will focus on some more properties of acid and base. So here you can find one property is given here. Do acid and base they conduct electricity? And to answer this property of acid and base, here you can see that one activity is given which is demonstrated better by a picture. So let us understand first this picture. Now in this picture you find that inside beaker dilute solution of acid or base is taken, and inside it one rubber cork is also placed. To this rubber cork you find two olefins are placed. Now these two olefins are connected to two terminals of battery, bulb, switch through copper wire. Now when switch is made on, this bulb glows. So glowing of bulb, it proves that acid and base, they are the conductors of electricity. They are producing electricity. So what makes dilute solution of acid and base to conduct electricity? Well, to answer this question, I will explain you through this chart. So let us have a look on this chart. Now let us first understand what is conductivity. Conductivity is the specific nature of some substance to produce electricity. Means all those substances which produces electricity are said to be the conductors of electricity. And in this substance, conductivity is due to movement of charged particles. Again I repeat, it's the movement of the charged particle which makes any substance to be the conductors of electricity. Now what are these charged particles, how they are formed, and which type of substances produces this charged particle? So here you can see the charged particles like electrons and ions. Electrons, these are the charged particles which are given by metals. So in metals, these electrons which are negatively charged particle outside the nucleus are loosely attracted. So these electrons on getting slight amount of energy comes out of that attraction zone and comes into movement, and their movement makes metal to be the conductors of electricity. Like here you can see some of the metals like copper, aluminium and silver. They are good conductors of electricity because of the movement of their negative charge particles called electrons, and such type of conductivity is called as metallic conductance as they are offered by metals. Now another type of charge particles that are ionic conductance. So in ionic conductance, the charged particles are positive charged particles containing cation, negative charged particles containing anion. And this charged particles when comes into movement, so here also their movement produces conductivity. That conductivity is said to be ionic conductance. Now to understand more deeply what is ionic conductance, here we have to understand what is ionization. So ionization is what? It is the dissociation or splitting of substance when they are dissolved in water. And all those substances which on getting dissolved in water, they split into their charged particles are said to be electrolytes. Which gets 100% ionized are said to be strong electrolytes, means whole part will get ionized whatever we have taken, and in weak electrolytes whole part will not ionize, a part of it will get ionized. So here you can see some of the examples in strong electrolytes like HCl, NaOH. They are producing cations like H plus, NaOH, Na plus, and Cl minus and OH minus, the negative charge particles. In case of weak electrolyte also you can find here that ammonium hydroxide is furnishing cation ammonium, OH negative ion, and acetic acid also acetate. So whether strong electrolyte or weak electrolyte, they are producing the charged particles called as cations and anions, and these charged particles when come into movement, they offer conductivity, and such type of conductivity is called as ionic conductors. So the activity which we were discussing, that why HCl and bases, their aqueous solutions are conducting electricity. Now I think the answer must have been clear to you. This HCl or NaOH or any such electrolyte, when dissolved in water, they produces ion, like here you have seen. So these ions are imparting conductivity. So acid and base, their solution are conductors of electricity. Apart from this, there are certain substances which are not getting ionized. So such substances are called as non-electrolytes. These are called as non-electrolytes. For example, glucose, starch. Glucose and starch, if you dissolve it, then their molecules will also come into movement. But these molecules are not getting splitted into their cations and anions. Whole molecule moves. So as they are not producing any ions, that's why their aqueous solutions are non-conductors of electricity. Means in place of HCl or NaOH, if you take the aqueous solution of glucose or a starch, then you will not find bulb to be glowing. So for conduction, it's the movement of charged particles which are responsible for making any substance to be the conductors of electricity. If it is moving electron, then it is metallic conductors. If they are moving ions, then it will be ionic conductance. So now I think this property, that whether acid and base conducts electricity, must have been clear to you.